How do you celebrate the milestones or the mile markers in your life? This week we're off balance, on purpose, and on the lake. Big week this week. It is our nation's birthday, July 4th, as well as my birthday and my mother's birthday. We've always shared that, of course, throughout my life. My mom and I were both born on July 4th, and so it's been a big celebration. And this year especially, I turned 50 years old, which you would think is a huge milestone in my life. So how am I choosing to celebrate that? Well, I'm really not. You know, we thought about having a big party. We did that when I was 40. But at 50, it just seemed a little different to me. First of all, there's so much happening in my life. But secondly, I recognize that really every day is important. And while it's important, I think, to celebrate those large occasions, it's also important to recognize that every day creates the opportunity for something remarkable to happen. Rather than thinking of your life as a series of milestones, like you're working toward the next huge milestone, instead, I like to think of it now as mile markers. And while 50 is a big mile marker, it's certainly a time to reflect back on what's happened and to look forward at the future years in my life. It really is no different than any other day. It is the opportunity to be with those you love, to be engaged in meaningful work, to take time to reflect, and to recommit to what's important for me, not only this day, but in the coming days and years to come. So I would encourage you this week to think about your milestones, the big occasions in your life, but think of also the mile markers, the everyday moments that you have, the guideposts and the checkpoints where you get to recommit and reaffirm who you are and yet who you are becoming. Until next week, happy July 4th, enjoy your family, and stay off balance on purpose.